Hi everyone. This is our last week on power structures before we get into our end of the year project, which is where we will be creating our own societies from scratch. So it'll really be helpful to you if you understand some of these power structures and how people have organized themselves in different societies. All right, so you're looking at, this is Schoology. I have put these steps at the top of the materials and update page to kind of walk you through what to do. Below are all the materials for this week, right? Here's the check-in. That's what you're going to do. That's step one. Many of you have already done this. The second one is to go through the slides, which I'm going to go through with you. And then at some point in the slides, it's asking you to look at case studies. You'll find all the case studies in this document, Power Structures Case Studies. You will need these in order to complete the assignment. And this is where you're going to post your response to the notes you took on these case studies. So let's go through the PowerPoint. All right. So those were the steps we were just looking at. These are just for reference because you're going to look at there are 11 different case studies in the world of different political systems, with economic systems sometimes. And these are references to the power structures that we've looked at. Autocracy, that sometimes they are related to these other concepts. They don't have to be, but they can be. Oligarchy, again, they can be related to other concepts, but they don't have to be. And these two right here are capitalism and communism, which are more economic types of political structures. And there's democracy, right? And other associated concepts. So first thing you do before you look through the case studies is you set up a paper like this. So you want to do 3 to 4 case studies. If you want an extension, you can do more. You write down the name of the case study. So like one is for Athens. You read through it. If you need to look back at the reference pages to help you figure out what kind of power structure. If you're not sure, go back to these slides, right? To look and say, where does Athenian fall? I almost said it. What kind of power structure structures do you think it is and why? So you want to name a couple of the characteristics, right? And if you want to look for where are those characteristics, again, go back to these reference slides. They will help you. All right, so you fill this out. And where you find the case studies is they are in that week folder that I was just showing you. And these are some of them that you'll see. Here's the Athens. This is ancient Rome. The Maurya, which is India. The Russian Federation. And this is just like a sample of what they look like. But if you look in your week of May 18th to 22nd, here they are, Power Structures Case Studies. You click on that, and that's how you get to them. All right. So after you've gone through these case studies and you've written about, 3 or 4, of course, please read more if you want to. I think they're pretty interesting. Then you come here and you write your responses to the following questions in the power structure case study discussion. So where is that on Schoology? That is right here. All the ones that have like the little comic bubbles, the dialogue bubbles, that's always a discussion. So you will open this up and you will post your response, right? Those are the questions you see in the slide. Oh, and there's someone's. You will post yours there. Okay, let's go back. So you're going to choose one of the case studies you looked at. and you're going to include what you think about it. So the one that you're most interested in, that you have the most to say, put the name of it. Is it Athens? Is it ancient Rome? What is it? And the power structure or structures it represents, and at least 2 reasons why you identify that power structure. And then number 2 is, so now you're applying what you know about power structures. If Washington State became an independent and autonomous nation, what power structures should it be put in place? So what do you think would work best for our state nation, right? Explain your reasoning with examples from our work or learning over the past 4 weeks. So things you want to consider are population, size, natural resources, culture, right? Certain cultures lend themselves better to certain power structures. Equity, efficiency, avoiding violent revolutions, right? So that's pretty important. Like you could say, yes, we're going to be a monarchy, a totalitarian monarchy. But the culture of the people is that they're going to rise up and cause violence. So maybe that's not so smart. Any power structure, you have to think about how people are going to respond to it. So that is the bulk of our work for this week. If you really enjoyed learning about these, you can do some more case studies, right? There are 11 from different time periods throughout history and the world. They're always good to know about. And then the last is just a little step, and this is in preparation for our simulation. So next week with our simulation, you have the option of working on this independently or in a group with people in your class. So if you want to work independently, you can just skip this step. If you want to work with a group, then you have to do the following. You need to communicate with people you're interested in working with. And if you're in agreement, one of you send me a message with the names of people in your group. I would say the most we would have is around 3 or 4 people. I wouldn't go over 4. So I need to know by the end of the week if you're working in a group in order to plan or make arrangements. Also, let's say, and I didn't think about this at the time, you would like to work in a group, but you're not sure who you'd want to connect with. Then again, you can let me know. Say, hey, I really want to work in the group. I'm not sure how to connect to people. Then let me know and I'll start connecting people. Because ideally, if we were in school, we would be doing this as a whole class, but we have modified this to make it work remotely, and hopefully it will be fun. It'll be a great way to end the year as you create your own civilization, applying some of the things we've been talking about all year: power structures, communication, technology, and belief systems. All right, have a good week, guys, and hopefully I will see you at office hours. I'm having the regular office hour on Wednesday and Friday because I had to cancel it last Friday because of my son needing, a clear internet connection. We're going to do the same thing this week, so I changed our time. So we're going to have, just for this week on Friday, it's going to be at 11:15. So if you can make it, please come. I'll post another update about that. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.